Are you tired of your .m2 repository growing larger by the day? If your Jenkins slave is nearing 40 gigabytes, you're not alone. Today, we're going to tackle how to clean up and maintain your local Maven cached artifacts. I completely understand your frustration. It can be overwhelming to manage multiple jobs while dealing with a bloated .m2 repository. You're definitely not the only one facing this issue, and it's a common challenge for many developers. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked, how can I ensure that only the latest versions of artifacts are kept in my M2 repository? They mentioned that they see older, unnecessary versions taking up space. Sound familiar? Let's dive into this together. So, what causes this issue? Maven caches every version of an artifact you download, which can lead to a massive M2 repository over time. Understanding how Maven handles dependencies is key to managing your space effectively. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a powerful tip that can help you automate this cleanup process and keep your repository lean. To begin cleaning up the local Maven cached artifacts, the user should first identify the older versions of artifacts in the .m2 repository. This can be done by navigating to the .m2 directory and checking the contents of the repository. Next, the user can utilize a Maven plugin called the Dependency Cleanup plugin. This plugin helps in removing unused dependencies and can be configured to keep only the latest versions of artifacts. After configuring the plugin, the user should run the Maven command to execute the cleanup process. This will remove the older versions of the artifacts while keeping the latest ones. Finally, the user should regularly monitor the .m2 repository to ensure it does not grow excessively again. Setting up a scheduled job in Jenkins to run the cleanup periodically can help maintain the repository size. Fun fact, did you know that the first version of Maven was released in 2004? It has come a long way since then, but managing dependencies can still be a headache. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. One alternative approach is to use a private Maven repository for each job. This allows you to clean your workspace at the start of each build, ensuring a fresh environment. By checking the option to use a private repository, Maven will create a .repository folder in your workspace. If you have many shared dependencies, consider writing a script that periodically removes unused files from the shared repository. However, be cautious with shared repositories, as Maven is not thread-safe by default. To ensure safety, you might want to use Takari extensions. Let's take a look at an answer from another user. An alternative solution comes from a user who faced a similar issue. They created an open-source application called MVN Repo Cleaner, available on GitHub. This tool cleans up old dependencies, keeping only the latest versions. In addition to cleaning, it offers features like date-based cleanup, removing snapshots, sources, and Java docs, and allows you to ignore or enforce deletion of specific groups or artifacts. It's cross-platform, working on both Windows and Unix Linux. Here's that powerful tip I promised. Automate your cleanup process by scheduling your script to run regularly. This will save you time and keep your .m2 repository in check. And there you have it. With these steps, your .m2 repository should be much more manageable. Remember, regular maintenance is essential. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips, and don't miss our next video on optimizing your build process.